Hey y'all, so I just wanted to post a quick video journal as an update. This one is not filmed with my regular camera, which I've used for the previous few videos. I have not posted a video in a couple days. And I didn't even bother taking off my glasses for this one, so you already know this one's going to be more informal. But as the title suggests, I'm running out of time. My life plan so far has depended very strongly on the idea that at some point, one point or another, I would become a content creator. Many people have told me that this is like a foolish dream. This is something that's never going to happen because the deadline for people posting content on YouTube or Twitter or elsewhere has long passed, and the people who were to become famous on these platforms have already done so. But I've been posting content steadily on the internet since 2015, and it's crazy that that was almost 10 years ago since I first uploaded a video. And still, I have had no luck with this childhood dream of mine of exploding this channel or any other channel that I have, because I think I have like 30 or 40 just on YouTube at this point, to new heights. My plan with 10mm, which is what this channel is called now, I don't know if I'm going to be changing the name to Jacob's Journal or just like my name or whatever. I don't know what the plans for this channel are. I don't know if I'm going to build a brand out of it or make this a show. The idea of promulgating a movement where people are trying to assemble together around the experiences of one another, starting with me, starting with my life story and putting that out to the masses and trying to get people on it, has always been appealing to me. I don't think the weight of such a what's the name, undertaking has really struck me until I watched the movie Spree, which starred one of the actors of Stranger Things. I forgot his name, Joe Keery, I think. As he played a kid who was so just obsessed with becoming viral online that he started killing people for it. I don't think the weight of this undertaking really struck me until I watched that movie, because it was seeing someone who was having the same exact issue that I do now and that I've had for the past several years, where you upload content to the internet and your actual content, the content that you enjoy making, the content that is most meaningful to you, doesn't get any views, while the content that you don't actually enjoy making gets hundreds of thousands of views and gets you money, just a small amount of money, not enough to survive and switch your lifestyle to content producing lifestyle, but just enough money to keep you pandering on to other people. It was depressing to see, and it was depressing to think about the fact that unless you undertake like drastic measures, you're likely to be irrelevant for the rest of your life. I think this is like a symptom of modernism or consumerism, the system that has been cast upon us increasingly in the United States and increasingly also as an effect around the world. I'm not going to get too philosophical about this or dive too deep into this. I'm just going to relate to my personal situation. Okay, so I just came back from Orlando. I was there for several days, visiting one of my friends. I obviously went to Universal, as you can see. I went on a pass, so I got in for free, so I didn't waste money there. If you're going to criticize me about my poor money choices. And this scarf, which I got along with my friend who got a Hufflepuff scarf, this scarf cost me $40. So it cost me less than the food that I got there, which cost me like $120 because everything is crazy expensive. Not even at Universal, just in Orlando. And it cost me less than the amount of gas that it took me to get there. And now that I'm looking at the haircut, which I also spent, I think only $10 to get in Warsaw, in Poland. I look a little bit like Mike Ma, so maybe I'll do some funny sketches soon. But point aside, there's something very mundane about just not living up to your own expectations. Because my expectation has always been to become this huge content creator and be able to make money off of YouTube to the point where I'm able to like get my own studio and record and travel and work remotely. I have not been able to do that yet. I'm still on this main path of like education that I've dreaded for years, because first I was sent to a shitty middle school, then I was sent to a shitty high school, and now I'm in a pretty okay college, but it's still not optimized for me. It's not my perfect life, because if it was my perfect life, then I have an apartment, all to myself where I could record. I don't have that now. I can barely film in my apartment as it is because there's people around me. So it's obviously not the ideal situation. I'm obviously not complaining, because a lot of people have to work a part-time job for an apartment, and the only thing I have to do is keep pumping up YouTube videos on my multiple channels to get enough monetization income to keep on going. But when my channels keep getting demonetized, that's like a huge setback. And if by the time that I graduate college, I'm not able to live on YouTube income, it's done. Like, I'm gonna be so honest, if by the time that I graduate college, I don't even know how long that's gonna be from now because my schedule is all over the place, but if by the time that I graduate college, I'm not able to like live off of ad revenue of a channel for which I can, you know, consistently create content, that's going to be an issue. And I know that the responsibility of that lies majorly on me. Just the responsibility of not having stomach cramps relied on me not eating terrible food while I was in Orlando, and now I'm suffering the consequences from that, which is that I have a huge pain in my chest as I'm recording, so I needed to kneel down for a second, and I still have it. Oh God, why now? I know that the responsibility, oh God, I'm gonna keep talking. It lies on me, right? Like, it's my responsibility that I just didn't do anything that was interesting enough in front of people for so many years that they're willing to enjoy my content just for me, right? I failed to attract the attention of people, and that's obviously my fault for not reflecting their desires. But if the only way my content can get views, and the only way you would understand is if, you know, you were supplemented with my videos from another channel for this video, which I'm not gonna do. If the only way that I can get views and get money for my content is by doing them like behind an alias, or doing them behind the screen, or while I'm not getting stomach cramps, if the only way that I can get views is if I'm not my actual self, then that's also not the perfect optimized job for me. That's also not like the type of way I'd be working, because it's just as fake and just as pointless as me studying at university to get a job that I never plan on getting because I have higher ambitions. It's just as fictitious for me to sit in front of a camera, right, and act a way that I normally wouldn't, as it would be for me to not sit in front of that camera and get a job that I dread. Both of those options are not ideal. So I'm running out of time to create an authentic online persona, first of all, to create an authentic online persona, and to monetize it to the point where I can live independently of my location, to where I can like make these types of videos covering a range of different topics from, let's say, Dubai or London or Warsaw, where I just was, or even Orlando, to get a permanent studio, both in America and Europe, where I can produce this type of content from. I don't have enough time from that because I've been, you know, out of ideas for so long. So I'm going to conclude this with a message. If you're a person that believes writer's block is a real thing, just like get a real job, work in construction for a little bit, work at a cash register like I did when I was younger. It's not real. Construction workers don't have construction worker block. You're just being lazy. Don't be lazy like I was, because I'm taking the responsibility now for the fact that my channel hasn't done well. And now I'm running out of time. So now I got to figure out a way to make it work. And if you have any suggestions for my channel in particular, or need any advice on your specific situation, please feel free to comment. I'll try and answer all questions. And make sure to like the video, because if you quit the video page without liking it, for some reason YouTube is more likely to demonetize my channel, which is very stupid. But and if you've downloaded this video or seen it or uploaded it to another site, why? Okay, thank you so much for watching. I'm probably going to look stupid in this in the future, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm not taking it down. Peace.